Just a quick note to the subscribers. For those of you who've noticed, this is going to be a re-edited version. The reason I'm putting this on again is that I made a mistake in the initial footage what I placed on YouTube, stating that the spotter we'd managed to see out to 1,069 yards. Well, on further investigation and looking at it in finer detail, when I looked at this still image I took on ×42 mag in the daytime at the golf course, you could clearly see that the copse of trees were right on the far edge of the golf course. When I went back onto Google Earth, I noticed that the trees I thought was the ones we were looking at were actually further away than the end of the golf course. So basically we rechecked it again and remeasured it, and the actual Nite Site spotter was seeing 780 yards, which is still very good. Hence why I'm going to re-edit the video and put it up so it's correct, because we don't want to mislead anyone with ranges. But I think you'll all agree 780 yards is still a fantastic range for a unit to see. So. Hello there and welcome to Vermin Hunters TV with me, Si Pitway.
And me, Davy Thomas.
Today we're back at the business park and we've got some new equipment to show you and test. The first bit we're going to show you is the Nite Site spotter unit, and this has been kindly sent to us by Phil and Dave at Nite Site, and we've got it on a year's loan. So hopefully we're going to test this tonight for the first time and try and get some footage recorded through this unit and through the PV1000 Lawmate to show you the quality it is. What you got, Davy?
I'm using the Nite Site as well, so we're going to be down the business park shooting some rabbits, and then after that we're going to go up to the dairy farm. We're going to go shoot some rats. I'm using the HW100 177 with the 41650 MTC Mamba. Also, I'd like to say to Phil and Dave, thanks for the loan of the Nite Site. It's going to go to good use.
Yeah, that Nite Site came yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday, yeah.
So we've got 2 units now, and when we get back to the dairy farm, I've got my HW100, my KT model in 2.2, so I'll be using the Nite Site as well and hopefully getting some rats on camera for you. So stay tuned and let's get straight to the action. Right, here we are then. You see we've got a nice stable bench, which is a barbecue table, and Davy's just check zero in his HW100 with his Mamba scope 177, and Davy's decided to check zero this at 35 yards, so 33 meters. So he's just making the adjustments now.
I should have brought my glasses.
You need your glasses here. I just come round. You can see we've got a light which is resting on a brick and shining onto one of the pellet catching targets 35 yards away. You can hear him hitting it now. So it's just a case of making his final adjustments. Right, before we actually go out, you've obviously seen we've checked zeroed and we're both bang on now. Just check in, make sure that the spotter's working fine, and as you'd expect from Nite Site it is. It's its first time I've actually seen it work. Davy's just shown me. I'll come round here.
This is on the lowest setting at the moment.
Right, at the minute he's looking at a tree. Just turned it up. I don't even think I better. So I'm on night shot. I'll come off night shot. See if I can. How far away is that tree?
That's only about 70 yards.
70 yards. Can you turn it down to its minimum? And that's turned down to the minimum at 70 yards.
So you can still...
What other settings you got?
See eyes shine.
3 settings, isn't there?
That one.
Yeah.
And that's a lower one.
Yeah, that's nice, middle setting. That is quality, absolute quality picture. So this is the first rabbit of the night for Davy. It's around about 35 yards. He hits it nicely, but unfortunately it just jumps out of shot to the right. What pellets you use it?
Air Arms Field.
Jesus, look at the
8.4 grain.
Look at that, what it's done to that.
Let's have it just close up.
It's absolutely...
Take the torch to the left of it. Oh yeah.
See, the way we're doing it here is I'm driving and Davy's shooting, and he's just scanning at the moment with the actual Nite Site. And if I bring the camera down, you'll see here, I might have to flick off night shot because, there we go, you can see here I'm recording it on the PV1000. This is an actual purling shot from Davy. You can just see the top of this rabbit's head here, look. It's around about 35 yards again. You can see he hits it this time and it actually does the wave.
Right, so I just picked up the rabbit.
Mate, that was an absolute corking shot. Look at that. You will not get a better shot rabbit than that there.
Yeah, you can see he went straight over.
Straight through, look. It's got brain matter and everything coming out. Brilliant. This is Davy just tracking through the Nite Site and doing the focus. This rabbit's about 2 or 3 rabbits. Don't know if you can see this because of the night shots on. This rabbit's just over Davy's 0, so he places the crosshair level with the top of the rabbit's head, and it's a lovely shot, and you can see in a second it just bowls it over. I've left this footage in to show you that even someone as good as Davy misses from time to time, and you can see the rabbits moving, so range finding, bearing in mind this is pitch black here, and you would never see that rabbit without looking through the Nite Site. Misranges it and he goes low, but he gives the rabbit the shock of its life. You can see it jumps off straight out of picture. So this is me just practicing with a spotter, and what you can see, I've got it on its minimum magnification and minimum intensity setting on the illuminator. It has got a zoom lens, as you can see, and it goes up to ×20 optical. So I've just zoomed in, then I've adjusted the manual focus, and just look at the picture you get. It's absolutely crystal clear, and this is recorded through a unit. On the actual screen itself, it's even clearer than what you're watching here. There's some more footage through the spotter, and I'm on ×20 magnification. Because I'm on 20, it's hard to actually keep it still without shaking. You can see these rabbits are really clear, and you can pick them out really easily. And these are around about 130 yards away. You can see these no problem. The illuminator is on the middle setting here, and it'll actually go a lot further if we turned it up. Here I'm filming again through the Nite Site spotter, and Davy's having to shoot this rabbit. This rabbit is probably around about 50 to 55 yards, and Davy's just lining it up and actually using the Nite Site himself to take the shot. You can see it's a perfect shot, and he just bowls that rabbit cleanly over. It's a great shot for that distance. Yeah, that rabbit, what you've just seen Davy shoot and me record through the spotter, I've just paced that back, and it was 69 paces. Now, I'm not saying it was 69 metres, but it was, no. it was, how far do you reckon in metres?
I reckon he was probably around about 45 to 50 yards.
Yeah,
I reckon.
It's a nice shot. Right, now that we'd finished shooting the rabbits, we decided we were going to shoot some rats at the dairy farm. So on the way to the dairy farm, we stopped off at another one of Davy's permission, which is a golf course not far from Marlborough. There's a driving range there, what goes out to 241 metres. Or 250 the sign says, but in the daytime after this night we actually went about and lazy, and I'll show you that footage in a second. Now you look at the edge at the back there where the trees are, they are 241 yards. When I come up in a minute, you'll see way past these trees, you can see these actual square or rectangular shapes, white shapes, have actually got numbers on in yards, but you can't see them at the moment. You'll see me pan up and you can start to see the trees above, and you'll see like a square shape there. We actually thought that was a an A stack, but it wasn't an A stack. And when you come on seeing the footage in a bit, you'll see it's actually a copse of wood and conifers what's been cut into a square shape. Right, on the way home from the dairy farm, we've stopped back off at the golf course where we obviously shown you the footage through the Nite Site spotter. And you've seen us looking at these markers. Now we're not sure until we edit the footage whether the actual numbers were showing, but you can see 250 yards they're going out up furthest. Now Davy's behind me and he's got my Gun Tough laser rangefinder, which goes out to 400 yards. It's either 400 yards or 400 metres, and we just pinged the edge right at the back.
Not picking it up.
Now I'm just doing the one we did where that flag is there, and it was, what did I say, 241 yards from where we're standing to that greenery there. Now where we thought was an A stack last night and we said was an A stack was not an A stack. It's that there. It's actually a square looking copse. Now the distance between us and that copse is undisclosed because the rangefinder won't go out that far. But there's some gentlemen playing golf outside of us, two of them, and we reckon that's a good 600 yards. Now the way I'm going to find out is when I get back, I'm going to go on Google Earth, because that'll be showing on Google Earth. But
it's not even picking up that high point hedge there, look, just beyond 250 yards, see it?
Right, okay. So as Davy says, just as it comes down the brow of the hill, you can see the high points there. That's over 400 yards to that, because the rangefinder won't even pick that up. Davy's spotted her right here. Oh, there's two in there. Good shot. Could hear the solid thud on that one. I think there might have been one to the right as well in the grass I've seen. At this stage I decided to do a bit of filming through the spotter, and Davy were using the Nite Site on these rats. You can see he hits this one beautifully and just rolls it. This just goes to show how good this Nite Site is. Look at these rats, they have no clue that they're being watched. We've got the illuminator turned down to the middle setting, and you can see they're just playing. I don't even know if they're caught in or not, but it's a nice clear picture, and every so often I tweak the focus, the manual focus. But you can see this rat here, it picks some maize up in its mouth and starts to run across to the right hand side, and Davy's tracking it at the moment, as you can see with the Nite Site. It just looks to the right and gives a profile view, and he rolls it beautifully. As you can see, he then goes back to the left, and we spot the other rats still there, and this is where Davy gets his hat-trick. So he's had one. You can see there's another two rats there. I'm just twinking the focus, and he's spoilt for choice, so he's not sure which one to go for at the minute. You can see I'm watching this one. I'll just tweak the focus again to get a nice clear picture. And we're just waiting for one of these rats to stand still. See, Davy hits that one, and that one tries to climb up the maze, but then runs off, makes a bad mistake of stopping, thinking it's safe. You can see it's smelling the air with its friend, and Davy tracks it with a Nite Site NS200 and kills that one as well. So here we are then, through the Nite Site NS200 again. You see this rat's given a nice profile view for Davy. Perfect shot really. Straight on top of the ear and bowls it cleanly over, just like we like to do. Davy's just spotted her. Oh, lovely. I'm just going to turn night shot off, Dave, if you can keep on him, see if I can.
It's going to drop. There it goes.
Yeah, I've just got him dropping. Yeah. Nice shot. Nice shot back on. Some more nice footage here through the spotting unit. Just look at the picture you get in there. You can see every detail in the straw. It's really nice, and that rat goes over. Here's Davy at his best again. You can see the picture of the NS200 is really clear. And you can see all the definition there on the rat's back, its hair, and in the straw. And this rat goes a little bit too far to the left and then stops just long enough, and Davy hits it nice and cleanly. I've left this footage in just to show you. At this stage Davy was reloading his magazine of the HW100, and I'd spotted this rat coming out to eat one of the rats Davy had shot a little bit earlier, and I left it in just to show you that, yeah, you can see that rats are cannibalistic, and it's eating the feet there of its fallen comrade, but also to show you, just look at the quality of the picture we get in there. And at this stage I was giggling, because that's why I was shaking, because Davy was off to the left of me trying to load his magazine as quick as he could with his head torch, because I'm telling him there's a big rat just in front of him, and then the rat runs off and goes back into the edge. This is a rat what's just in the muck pile, and it just stuck its head a little bit too far. This is a nice bit of footage of the rats on top of the grain. You can see where they could cause damage, because there's so many of them and they're eating all the farmer's grain and cattle feed, and it just sticks its head out a little bit too far, and it hits it clean and it rolls straight down like so. These rats keep appearing in these pallets, and you can see there's food on top of these pallets, and I think they're gnawing through the pallet and going up. But Davy's just getting them one at a time, biding his time. Here's a couple of more rats sticking in their head out the food. And then this one's a nice clear picture here. Davy's on ×10 there and rolls him over. Another one comes to the same location under some pallets. They're using it as like an highway. Davy's on a rat here. Let's listen for the thud. Oh, nice. This rat here, I've left it. You can see I missed the shot. I was just a little bit too late pressing record, and David already hit it. Right, you'd already seen, because I'm going to edit it this way, this shot here. We're at the bottom of a gate as to where the cows are, and I think until I actually get it on the computer that I actually pressed record a little bit too late and just got the rat as David shot it. Now if we come over to the rat first, and I'll try and zoom in without losing focus, you'll see, I'm not going to obviously touch it, but just there, that is a perfect brain shot. Now I'm going to come back round here and I'll show you where David took this from last night. All the way here, resting on that gate there, using the Nite Site. Zeroed at 35 yards, yeah. And it was 1 mil dot of old over. So that'll give you some idea how far that shot was.
45 yards.
45 yards, that's one stunning shot on a rat. We're starting to get towards the end of the night now, and you can see the rats are still coming under the pallets. I don't know why they do, they just seem, I think it's for safety. This one just pops its head out the edge, and Davy hits it beautifully right on the side of the head and drops it stone dead. This one come out the actual tractor, and you see they get in there and they eat all the cables and cause a lot of damage. This is Davy having a crack with a Nite Site fitted. Oh, lovely shot, and I'll just zoom out because that was quite a long range shot. It was probably, I don't know, 30 something yards, and come round here. He's just took that with his HW100 with a Nite Site, day mode. Got to be happy with that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a result.
Great shot. Let's just come down again and zoom out. Davy again. Night Site in night mode, in day mode.
And, here's the fourth bucket now. Just a few. A lot of rats there. Oh yeah, definitely. And Andrew.
Well folks, that's it for this episode of Vermin Hunters TV. Hope you've enjoyed it. not a bad 12-hour shoot. In front of us here we've got 40 rats what we picked up, and we know there's probably another 5 or 6 what we definitely hit, but we can't find them because they're in the sides of the hedges and the long grass.
Cavities and stuff.
Yeah, in cavities. We've got 5 rabbits which we've laid obviously at the front with the pigeon and the dove what Davy shot with the Nite Site in day mode, and they'll be taken away in a little while, separated from the rats, skinned, gutted, and I think you like a bit of pigeon breast, don't you?
Yeah, I do like a bit of pigeon breast, yeah.
So, I'd just like to comment on this spotting unit. Like I said in the intro, this is the first time I've actually seen this in action, actually used in anger I should say, in the field, and it's impressed me, it really has. The picture quality is phenomenal, and I could imagine you could use this for foxes, or I suppose it could be used for security as well, couldn't it? Because the picture is so good.
Yeah.
The golf course footage, what you'll see when I edit it in, we think that haystack is probably between 400 and 500 metres away.
Yeah.
And it was picking up that haystack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How do you find your first real time using your Nite Site?
Yeah, it was good, yeah. Very effective, as you can see here. Very good indeed.
Yeah, I was surprised because how quickly you picked it up, because really it's been me who's used it in the past, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You picked it up really quickly.
Well, I mean, it's, I'm used to using the scope cam, so it took a little bit of time to get used to it, looking at just a square screen because mine's tilted. But no, it's fine. Done the job. Absolutely, yeah. Brilliant.
And to finish off nicely, 2 in the day.
Yeah, nice. Day mode.
Yeah, while we're here, I'd like to thank our subscribers as
Yeah.
well, because without you obviously following us, we wouldn't be doing as well as we are actually in the ratings, and I think we're coming up to about
12, isn't it?
Yeah,
12,000?
12,300 or something like that, I think we're towards, or 12,250-ish. So thanks for everyone who subscribes to us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If you've got any other ideas about the sort of stuff you'd like us to actually film, please leave a comment actually in the comments box and we'll read them. We don't actually get time to answer every comment because we get that many, but we'll try and answer as many as possible. So from me and Davy, thanks again Nite Site, brilliant kit.
Thank you.
And really works well. Thanks to subscribers. Stay tuned and watch out for future productions of Hunters TV.
Thanks for watching.